A special thanks to all my sponsors listed above. Give them a like and follow if you already have not. Great people for the sportsman. Hi everybody and welcome back to Spars Outdoors, and this is your fishing report for the week. We're going to start right off on Lake St. Clair just a little bit. Smallmouth action absolutely on fire. I got some buddies went down there, man. They're pulling out some huge smallmouth, but that's not just down there. We'll talk about that in a minute. The perch are out in the channel on Lake St. Clair. Got buddies out there doing good numbers. I'm actually going to be going down there. I'm going to get a hold of my buddy Charlie, the perch guru. Charlie Holbert, going to get a hold of him. We're going to go after some perch. There's some perch here in Lake Huron, but we'll get down here in a minute. The Lake St. Clair is full of smallmouth. You can catch perch. Muskies are going good. Still getting walleyes. Still getting a lot of walleyes down there, which is a good thing. They're looking at like 70-degree temperatures down there. The walleyes are hanging out in that 66, 67-degree temperature area. That's why I have a feeling that a lot of those walleyes are going to be moving up. There's still a lot of walleyes down. Let's come down a little bit. Stag Island there by Algonac. Full of walleyes. Nice size walleyes. Really good fish. 18, 20-inch fish. So we're here in Port Huron, we're waiting for those fish to still come up because we got all these small ones in the system. But that's a good sign. It means we have a healthy fishery. Everybody gets upset about catching those 12 to 14-inch walleyes. No, that's a great thing. That's our next year's fish. A lot of them are holding eggs right now, so that's awesome. We got a healthy system going on. But right here along the St. Clair River is kind of slowed down. Still getting fish though, pulling crawler harnesses, jigging, doing all the wall fishing. Jigging off the boardwalk, using the river rods, using night crawlers. You're still catching fish. My best advice if you're going to shore fish for walleyes would be run crawlers, not on a harness, plain gold hook, 18 inches off the bottom, and fish that lower half of the water, because walleyes do have soremouth. We'll talk about that. I'm going to do a whole nother episode on soremouth and walleye and my beliefs on it and my facts on it. But yes, fish low, keep them crawlers down deep. And use plain gold hook if you're going to fish the boardwalk. Crawler harnesses will work. You will catch a lot more fish on a plain gold hook, threading that crawler up the hook. As you can see in my videos down below of how I river rod fish this time of year into late July with crawlers. But jigging is going to pick up here in the next week, guys. Trust me, it's going to happen right here off the boardwalk offshore. I haven't had my boat out. A lot of people I know have. They're struggling to get their fish. Why? It ain't because they're not around. They're on the Canadian side. They're in that deeper, cooler water. Another thing you got to put in the factor is everybody beating up the American side with all their boats in 20 foot of water up to 16 foot of water in that crystal clear water. All those boats going by, it spooks them walleyes and they shut right down. It's just a thing that's going to happen. I mean, if somebody was driving over your house constantly, you're going to get annoyed. That's what's happening with those walleyes. That's their home. That's where they live. They know something ain't right, and they back into the deeper water, or they just shut down completely. There is a lot of fish around. I know guys going out hand lining from midnight till 3 in the morning, just absolutely crushing the fish in the river and in the lake. It ain't like the fish ain't in the river, because they are. The walleyes are loaded. So let's get off the walleye topic. They're loaded. You can go catch your walleyes, figure out how you're going to do it, fish the deeper water. If you got Canadian licenses, fish that Canadian side. That's where I'm going to go target here pretty soon as well. Hand line. If you got hand lining rigs, go hand lining. But if you're shore fishing, jigging, using crawlers on the bottom off the 2-pound weights, you know, with the heavy rods and the rod holders, and let them hit that bell. A lot of times they won't ring that bell. You go to check and your walleye will be on there because they come in, they grab it, and they're just stuck there. So get down there, get fishing. Don't give up. There's lots of fish around. It seems like it's a slow period, but it's not. Everybody says we go through this lull with walleyes. It don't happen. They always bite. They always bite. We caught fish last night. We caught fish the night before. Let's talk about the Atlantics. A lot of people are saying they're out of the system. No, they're not. The whole river's full. Divers will tell you they've never seen so many salmon, which is great. It's absolutely great to have this many salmon in the system. The Atlantics, we just caught some yesterday. And we've been catching them nonstop, you know. It's been a great fishery for these Atlantics, and I hope years to come it continues to be like this, because it's never been like this. Not this many. Algonac Way has a lot more fish right now, But right down here in Port Huron, still holding a lot of Atlantics. I'm getting steelhead, getting some browns mixed in. Lost a king yesterday, seeing a giant king. We're seeing sturgeon right up next to the wall. That's cool to go down and see. The water so clear, which sucks, but at the same time you can go out and you can watch those sturgeon swimming. And it's just awesome. At nighttime, the sturgeon are jumping 60 yards out all the way up into the wall. You can see these giant sturgeon jumping. That's just amazing to see. So if you want to go see that, head down to the boardwalk in Port Huron. If you see me, say hi. You'll see lots of sturgeon jumping out there. I fish that area a lot right there between the first parking lot north of the bridge and then the lightship down there at the south lot, the museum, the Huron Ship Museum there. So I'm in that area at a lot of the times. Lots of walleyes to catch, still a lot of Atlantics to catch. Get out there, get fishing. Let's head up into Lake Huron here a little bit. Trolling, pretty slow. Expect steelhead to take off and go nuts here real soon. Another thing I want to bring up, we had that mayfly hatch. That slows things down. A lot of people think it speeds up. It slows things down for a couple of days and then they go back onto the feed pattern. So don't worry. It's happening, guys. Don't give up. Walleye fishing is going to be great, I promise. It is great. Just figure out where they're at. Anyways, up there trolling in Lake Huron, my buddy Danny went out. He's a good fisherman. He has his good days. He has his bad. It's just that time of year, but you expect that. We're just going to talk from Lexington straight to Harbor Beach because it's always going to be the same. Harbor Beach is going to be better. Colder water, deeper water, a lot quicker. Going to be better for lake trout, steelhead, you name it. Cohos, occasional king. That's where you're going to get them is in Harbor Beach, I promise. Port Sanilac, too. Port Sanilac's deeper, but Harbor Beach is the colder water, has the deeper water quicker, and the steelhead fishing is going to be great. Find that scum line, you will catch fish. Perch fishing, let's go right back to perch fishing. There is perch in Lake Huron. Hit up your local weed beds, your local buoys, your local, you know the spots in Lake Huron if you know Huron perch fishing. Go to your spots, start targeting them. There's nice perch. I've seen some great numbers coming off there. Right along the shore fishing. Shore fishing is doing good all along St. Clair River. You know your spots, go to them. If you don't know your spots, right along Atchison's a good spot. By the old train ferry docks, you'll catch perch. Mouth of Black River, you'll catch perch. Farther up Black River, by the Zebra Bar, you'll catch perch. There is perch in the system. Right in Black River, St. Clair River, and out in Lake Huron, all the weed beds are holding perch right now. Fun thing to do to take the kids to do. You catch a lot of fish. You got to sort through a lot of them, but you will get a meal if you want to. So perch fishing is great. Smallmouth bass fishing. I'll be posting a video here tomorrow. We did great on some smallmouth bass right here in St. Clair River. Got some Atlantics mixed in. I mean, we had a great time catching multi-species. Sheephead, giant smallmouth. I mean, we caught some giant smallmouth. Perch, silver bass, Atlantics, steelhead. I'll be posting a video tomorrow. Just a great video. It's not that long of a video. I didn't get all the fish, but I got a lot of the fish. And it was a fun time. So smallmouth bass fishing is phenomenal along St. Clair River. My buddy Mike just sent me a picture today. Caught a huge muskie behind a water filtration plant. Tiger muskie, beautiful fish. Absolutely beautiful fish. Matter of fact, I'll use that in the thumbnail of this video. I'll use his muskie that he caught. Pike fishing up Black River's doing great. Bass fishing up Black River's doing great. It's a great time to get fishing. So just because you ain't going out and getting 5-man limits of walleye don't mean that you can't go out and get your meal of walleye and then spend half the day shore fishing, having fun catching other things, right? So that's about all I have for you for the fishing report. You want to talk inland lakes, you know how that goes. A lot of weeds this time of year. They're up high. Fish around those weed beds, get those panfish, get those bass, and you're going to want to use top water and get the pike. If you're going to fish for pike, you're going to want to use top water so you don't get tangled up in the weeds, or spinner baits that are weedless or weedless worms, stuff like that. But other than that, that's your fishing report for the week. Thanks everybody again for watching. Thursday's giveaways coming up, some videos before that. So I want to thank everybody so much. The channel keeps growing. Thanks to you guys. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you hit that subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, tap that bell for notifications so you know when I do my giveaways, which is Thursday at 6. Sometimes I do random ones as well, so make sure you hit that bell for notifications when I post a new video or I got a live coming up. And again, thanks everybody for watching Spars Outdoors, and I'll see you next time. Thanks everybody again for watching Spars Outdoors. I hope you liked this week's fishing report. Lots of fishing action going on. Get out there and get outdoors.